I am back. Actually back. This time. Not like last time. I said I was back and I wasn't. That's because I was busy. Okay, I was busy. That's what happened. But now full of motivation, full of ideas. That was the problem. No ideas, but today I've got something that everyone can enjoy, one for the whole family, really. And that is basically F1 fantasy, kind of. But, we're not going to continue it through the whole season with points and stuff. Just a bit of fun. What I've done is I've put a price on all the drivers, all the team principals, all the pit crews, all the engines, and then one other little thing, and a reserve driver. But you'll see in a second. But what I've done is I've put a price on all of them, and then I've given everyone a £70 million budget. And you have to pick your team from then. So this is basically create your own racing team. We'll start it off with the drivers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the prices of the drivers, the principals, etc. And then I'm going to tell you who I've picked, and you'll see Mook Motions Racing develop as a team here. But just keep in mind the £70 million budget. I'll keep a little counter on the screen the whole time, so you can see how much I've spent and how much I've got left, etc. So here are all the prices of all the drivers. That's every F1 driver, plus 3 million for F2 drivers, and 1 million if you're really scraping the barrel on drivers for some reason, and you want to bring in an F3 driver into your starting 2 drivers, then you can do that. It seems silly, but you could. The option's there. But now we'll get on to who I have picked. And I think this is a solid pairing. I've gone for Oscar Piastri from F2, only costing me 3 million. And he's also flipping rapid because he has set multiple pole positions in F2, multiple race wins, leading the F2 championship, probably going to win F2. The sad thing is there's no seat for him in F1 unless he gets Alfa Romeo. Don't see it happening, but that's for another time. Piastri is the first driver, costing me 3 million. Pairing him in an epic Aussie lineup is Daniel Ricciardo for 12 million. Overall, that's 15 million for both my drivers. And the other thing is, I just want to explain a bit of the pricing just so you can kind of get an idea. The reason you might be saying, like, oh, why is Norris or Russell or someone so high? What I've tried to do is the young drivers who have definitely like a future, like Norris, Russell, I've put high because, like in football, you have to pay more if it's a young talent. Ricciardo is kind of coming to the end of his career, so maybe he's a bit cheaper. Not how salaries work, but in this, that's how it works. Personally, I'd prefer to have Norris over Ricciardo because I think he's got more future. And I also don't want to pick Norris because everyone will say I'm biased, which I am towards him, but today I've not picked him. No Lando Norris today. That's the last time I'm going to say his name. As we move on to the reserve / test / development / youth academy driver prospect thing. And the way this works is for you to pick. Is you can either pick one of the drivers from there, but they'll cost you the same amount. If you want Hamilton as your development driver, he will cost you 20 million. Or you can pick, a driver, a Hulkenberg or someone to go in that development spot, but they have to be 5 million. There'll be 5 million for the development. You can't pick them as a main driver. Maybe I should have done that, but I didn't, just to keep it more simple for everyone to understand. So you can pick one of them. They'll cost you 5 million, any reserve driver. Or you can pick an F2 driver or an F3 driver for their respective prices, as you can see. What I have done is go with an F3 driver who some of you will know I have a huge crush on. I like him a lot. That is Victor Martins, and he's in F3 at the moment, will be in F2 next year. And I've said he'll be a solid reserve / test / development driver for only 1 million. Absolute bargain. So overall so far, that has cost me $16 million. $16 million for that driver lineup plus reserve. I think that's solid. As we move on now, team principal, here are the prices for that. As I said, play along, pick your team and then put them in the comments because I want to see what people do. I think it'll be interesting. So, principals, you can see Toto and Christian at the top. We've got Andreas Seidel, Bonotto, Safnauer, Tost, Steiner, Vasseur, Capito, and Budkowski. I'm not quite sure how you say his name, but here I've gone with Andreas Seidel from McLaren, 15 million, splashing the cash on the team principal because what we've done with McLaren, what he's done there, incredible considering 2017, they're absolute donkey of a car, and now they're possibly fighting for world championships in the coming years. Who knows? If they nail the regulations, they're right up there, fighting for third. I think they've got the better of Ferrari, if I'm being honest, by the end of this year. And I just can't see any reason why Andreas Seidel shouldn't be managing a top team. And McLaren is obviously his little project that is going to make him manage a top team because he's taken it there. He's taken them all the way. And that's why I've gone with him for 15 million. So, here's where we start to get a bit more dicey because we don't have all the money in the world left. And that is with the pit crew / the strategy team. I put them into one. And obviously Red Bull on top. Incredible pit crew. They hold the world record. They smash sub 2 second pit stops every weekend. We've got Williams and Mercedes, both really good, apart from when Mercedes are not putting the wrong tyres on. But we move past that. 10 million, you've got McLaren, Alpine, Alfa Romeo, Aston Martin, just kind of the baseline. And then 7 million, I've gone with AlphaTauri, Haas and Ferrari. Ferrari strategy, obviously, they just like to pick random people off the street to make their strategies. Haas have had some shockers in the past. And AlphaTauri, I don't know, I've never really... Can't remember an AlphaTauri strategy masterclass or a pit crew masterclass, to be honest. So I've just put them there, mainly because I didn't want 2 million, 10 million, if I'm being honest. But it's fine, we move, because Williams will be my pit crew / strategist. 12 million, again, I'll spend a lot of money. But I think you need it. You need someone. You need good strategy. And Williams got good strategy. Look what Russell and Latifi did in Belgium, in the rain. They got their strategy right in qualifying, because strategy happens in qualifying as well. And they got it right. And they smashed it with a podium and a points finish. So I think Williams, good strategist, and they bang out their pit stops. I would say they're got the second best pit crew behind Red Bull. So that was a decision that had to be done, had to pick a top strategist, and Williams was that top strategist. Next up, the engine. And this is where it gets a bit interesting, because I didn't want to do this, but I didn't have the funding, so you'll see. Mercedes and Honda are both 25 million. Obviously, last year you would have had Honda behind, but Honda have really stepped up, and I would say that Mercedes and Honda engine are probably similar level now. So, yeah, both 25 million, but they will completely change your car. That could be the difference between your car being, at the top and not. But I don't quite have the facilities to do that. So I've had to go for one of the lower ones. That means Ferrari or Renault. Ferrari are 17 million, Renault are 15 million. Renault's reliability is shocking. It's less reliable than a plane stuck together with Pritt stick. So no way I was going for Renault, which leaves me with the Ferrari engine. Oh no, you might say, but promising prospect of an engine, next year they're going to be rapid again, probably, hopefully, otherwise my team's ruined. So 17 million for that, and if I've messed that up, then, well, it's over, because it might be a cool Australian driver lineup, but they're going to be driving a tractor, so who knows. But Ferrari is the engine, which leaves me with one last purchase to make, and that is something I've added in here. I've called it an ambassador. And as a brand new team coming into F1, I think what you need is experience. And I have got that with Ricciardo, and I've got youth with Piastri. But I'm talking real experience that's going to be able to change the team. And that's where you bring in a retired F1 driver to be an ambassador. That's what I'm calling it. I like that. To help run the team, to help build the team up. And you can see here's the pricing here. You've got Button, Rosberg and Raikkonen. That's why Raikkonen wasn't in the drivers, because he's retired, but he could be your ambassador. 10 million. 7 million Webber and Massa, and 5 million Barrichello and Coulthard. Because this was kind of a weird category, those are the ones I've gone with. Barrichello's there purely because I think if you've picked like Hamilton and Latifi, Barrichello's the perfect man to teach Latifi how to be a second driver. Not that he would be near Hamilton. Anyway, I digress to who I have chosen, because as you can see, I've used £60 million of my 70 million. So I've got 10 million. I can buy anyone here. But I'm not going to do that. And instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Mark Webber for the full Aussie lineup. Ricciardo, Piastri and Webber. Piastri is obviously mentored by Webber anyway, so you've got that there, which is perfect. However, that leaves me with 3 million, and I'm only just realising this because I didn't want to plan it too much, because I thought no one else is going to plan it too much, and I do have a life, contrary to some belief, so I don't want to spend too much time. No, I'm kidding, but what I'm realising now is with 3 million left, I could make an upgrade from Ricciardo to Norris, but then I would lose the Aussie thing. So I'm not going to do that. But I am going to upgrade somewhere else. And that place is going to be the strategy / pit crew, because realising that Williams, I'm going to cross them out. Red Bull joining the Red Bull pit crew joins McMotion's Racing, because we have 3 million left, and that means we perfectly use our 75 million. Bang smack on with that Red Bull being our strategist. I think I've made a solid team. What do you think? What have you made? Let me know what you made. I want to see. Do it. Just take a minute. It's not that long. I don't care if it's rubbish. I just want you to do it. And do you know what else I want you to do? Is subscribe, because we're rising up in the world a little bit. Not really, but we've hit 50,000 views in the past few days, past few weeks actually, which isn't a lot, but to me that's a lot. YouTubers often say numbers don't mean anything to me. To me they absolutely do. That's all I care about. So subscribe, likes. I guess I think they help the algorithm, so do them. But I'm not really bothered. Just watch more of my videos, and I think you will like them, because I do enjoy making them. Some of them. But there are some good ones that I've tried a lot, worked hard on, and I hope you do like them. But for now, it's goodbye. But trust me when I say I'm not going away for very long, because lots is happening. And I've got a little video planned about the driver market, because there's one seat left to fill and there's a whole lot of drivers who want it. So stick around for that. But for now, it's goodbye. See you soon.